Hello, everybody. Welcome back up here. Following from yesterday, talking about the moon is in Taurus and three-dimensional issues, three-dimensional situations. It's gonna be a kind of like in a way, it's gonna be a heavy day. That is because of this Aquarius, Leo, Taurus situations is in there to understanding uh, that 3D is a 3D. But since the Taurus is more based out of the survival in there, and Leo, it is more about ruling, which is the ruler. Since the Sun is in its own house in the authority in there, you're gonna be have to facing this kind of like issues between what is it, the king? What is their authority? What is the situations? It's kind of like a back in the days for it. The king imposing all those taxes, all those pressures so he can get more money and so on and so on. It puts pressures of its people in there, which is the people are what? A Taurus. They have to do their survival, they have to work on the lands and so on and so on. And now when there is way too many taxes, what happened is in there, what did the people did? They rebelled. And that rebellion right there, it's where? It is in Aquarius. And Pluto is going retrograde. So inside of you, there's going to be this revaluations, which is tomorrow. This is going to be even more stronger as energy for it. I have to look at it for today's and tomorrow's charts to do the astrology report for today. I know it's a little bit late, but come on, I gotta have life too. But talking about within this, guys, um, seeking it from within yourself. Man, my throat's getting blocked because of Mercury, Mars. Uh, okay, but doesn't want me to talk about these situations for it. Mm. So when we see it this from it, you learn from the past. So from learning from the past, because Pluto sends you back into the past in there, what was that kingdom and what is that survival mode? As the intuition is gonna be going on today, guys, that is gonna be leading more from it uh, to gain this positions in yourself. Talking about gain these positions within yourself is the intuition is gonna be seeking this communications, this learning. Maybe I need to go to the library. I need to go to the situations. No, the reality is you need to go to your soul. Since Mercury for it is right in here with Pluto, who is retrograde, and Neptune is retrograde. So it's Mercury is going to turn retrograde in there for it. Now, that energy of the moon, since she's going to be traveling right now in here, she's trining Mercury. But at some point in there, the moon is going to begin to square Venus, which is about the love. And this is at the time when you're going to feel like an energy of if the people don't help me to managing this 3D material world, they don't help me. You're gonna feel like these 3D situations in there is not working. If the king, the ruler posing rules how the material life will be, and so on and so on, in there, you have to look at it patterns, maybe situations, maybe things that are going in there. For everyone is going to be, of course, individual, but we said that those things has been bubbling for over the time since those big planets in there. We had Uranus at Taurus. We had a Jupiter at Taurus. There was a lot of things going on at Taurus. Then last year situations Taurus, Leo. Scorpio and Aquarius situations is in there. And now it is coming in into resolving issues. You need to go ahead and resolve this. Mercury is going to be retrograde. So right now you are getting forward. You're trying to do some actions, but those actions, if they're based of the king, I want to rule. I want to say how it is. I want to determine it. I want to make the law how the thing should be. And the intuition says like, yeah, but those laws, those things, those situations does not help anything in the material world to grow. And here is that situations that you are going to be facing it today and tomorrow because you're looking at for the growth. Because when someone takes more than it needs and is damaging the growth, then the growth doesn't happen. And when that's treating the survival, this manufacturing process, we're talking about it, the economy in there, because the economy is in Taurus, okay, the money, the survival, the progress. Now you have issues with the progress because Pluto is like, this is a, instead of progressing, we are devolving. We are de-evolving in us. We are sabotaging ourselves. There is no progress. And guess what? Your intuition has to find the reasons, the communications. And guess what? Mercury is at home. Mercury is at Virgo. Chain of events following mind games. So you have to figure that out within you. Is it the mind games or the chain of events? And now right now, Pluto and Neptune, they're both retrograde. They says like, look at the chain of events. Because your actions will create a new chain of events. Where are you gonna go? So this is gonna be kind of like overall the today and tomorrow energies, guys. You're gonna be facing it this from within for it. So I'm gonna go right now by hour pretty quick because I know as for it I didn't even say welcome everybody. Yes, welcome everybody. Thank you for listening, and I appreciate the new subscribers and all of you guys. And thank you for the coffee. You guys know I love coffee. For it. So 7 o'clock. The ascendant is going to be with Venus. That right now the Venus, if you look at it, she's squaring Uranus, and this is about that love for the money or love for the people. And big challenges it's coming. Big challenges is rising. Venus is working on healing situations. Isn't there? But also patterns. They are going to be coming in pretty soon. Within itself, that I see this early in the morning. I have to heal me. There is something within me that I need to look and heal. Midheaven is with the moon. That's mean that you're going to be working on the intuition, but you're going to feel that pressure that it's coming from Pluto and the Sun. So basically the king who opposing this progress, and Pluto says like, let me remind you about the past. Remember how many kings were killed just because they were dictators. Just be a leader, but don't be a ruler. Work with the divine, or Pluto, the divine, is going to tell you this. And this is why Mercury right now is going to be dropping below, and it's going to be staying on that yacht, moving. Because right now you're learning that you need to stop doing these authority situations. Then Mercury is going to go back into Leo. It's going to be fixing you. And then it's going to be asking you to perform. So right now you look at it to the issue. Then you're going to go back, revising yourself during the Mercury retrograde. And then the Mercury is going to be asking you, can you be able to achieve this from within? Because Venus is going to be also coming in that position. Now you're going to be looking at within love. Who works with love? The leader. So the leader who loves its people. Okay. Did that mean that the people can love him? No. Society is society. Not everyone will love you. You need to understand that. All right, talking about the next hour, more intense energies is gonna comes in at the 3D as a midheaven. It is with Uranus that's talking about trigger these Venus situations. But the answer is you seeking the energies that are coming from the ascendant. That is gonna be a Mercury. Be mindful what you're telling yourself. That energy is still squaring Mars, and negative energies attracts more negative energies, and those negative energies create war from within. You have to understand why you have the war from within and don't create any more wars. Just because you're killing the demons from within you, that doesn't mean you have to create a new demons. I hope some of you are understanding this energy that I'm trying to explain to you. All right, next hour we are talking about the ascendant is going to be at Virgo opposing Saturn, and there Saturn and Venus are still in divine aspects for it. But this dualities, this energy right here of Gemini, that can basically split you apart about everything that goes on. Is like, oh my God, I feel like I have to work on this, and the other side is gonna be like, I just want to crumble everything to the dust. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with that. And that Gemini's energy is actually determining your character. Okay. Hi, Donna. Glad to see you here for it. And these determinations of the character in there is like the sportsman. See, your attitude during the rough times builds the character that survives through the tough times. And this is why Mars right now is building its own character. So be mindful about that character inside of you, what it does, because all those energies, they are squaring Mercury. And this is why it comes in the power of the soul within you, the power of Neptune, the power of Pluto, the power of Saturn, the three wise men, and they're talking to your love, and they're talking to your communications, how to talk to yourself. And this is why the moon is trining Mercury, trying to figure out that green light to see it at Mercury. So this is going to be helping a lot of people, but you have to face the issues of the 3D, that intuition, authority, and what it needs to be transformed, to change. Look at a past experience. It's going to be able to help you out. But the past experience made you what? Made you tough, made you strong. But if you are weak and you find that your weaknesses, the weak is going to be telling you, see, if you're going to be acting weak, you're going to lose everything. Oh, I'm going to lose everything. I'm going to be with somebody else. Yeah, but you're still not fixing the issue. Is you. So it takes the power from within yourself to do that. So the next hour, the ascendant is still going to be at Virgo, divine energy with Chiron. You need to understand, you have to heal this way of thinking and stop doing this dualities in there, because your character, your strength, your courage, it's coming from Mars. Mars is very well with Pluto, and Mars is like transformations times. Okay, you, intuition and authority, have to put your crap together and transform. But right now the moon is already dropping that square from Pluto. She learned what needs to be done, and now she's only focused with that squaring with the authority. This is when the woman trying to schooling the man, as the man is so stubborn and doesn't see that the man is damaging that material survival that it's need for both existence. As the ruler doesn't see that by taking so much from the people, he actually destroying that feeding part in there. Is the same as the kingdoms. They are understood as the pyramidal structure. You're destroying your base. It doesn't matter, you're on the top. Once the base is destroyed, everything crumbles to dust. And that's what a lot of the people, they are crumbling to dust, and so staying for this energy. All right, next hour, which is going to be 11 o'clock, the ascendant is at with Lilith. It's opposing where you are going, talking about the North Node and Neptune. And he's like, I don't like what Neptune showed me. I don't like to see this dark stuff. I don't like to transform and change. And look at it. This is a family pattern. I will blame my family. Don't blame your family. Work on yourself and get that family built by you changing this. Okay? Because that's what the purpose of those downloads right now are coming within the divine, to help you to change patterns and create a better life. Powerful changes, guys. I know it's rough, I know it's tough for it, but we have to go through it. It's not pleasantful, but the results are grateful. Okay? Because every work that it's out there, it gives you that satisfaction in you. All right, the next hour, which is 12 o'clock, the midheaven still at gonna be at Cancer, family pattern that needs to be fixed. It's squaring Chiron. That could be these energies of triggers inside of you. For it, the ascendant, it's still at Libra. That it's gonna be very well with the growth. By facing challenges, you're growing. You're not growing if you're sitting in your chair and doing nothing. It's the same thing as the moon right now. Understand? I have to go farming to grow crops to get food for survival. But if I give 75% of that crop into the king, for me it's 25, but 25% is not enough for me. So I'm expecting some huge reevaluations within the world, wise within the people about these days, about what is really going on. So if you're hearing some news or situations, you'll figure that out. All right, talking about the next hour, this is gonna be authority time. Yes, exactly. It's 1 o'clock there. Anytime the midheaven is with the sun, there, that is where the authority comes in. That's the authority hour. Ascendant is at Libra, challenging your relationships. You need to understand that relationships, when they are challenged, they're challenged for growth. And the beauty up here is like you guys gonna see it when at the moon it's gonna come into Libra in that positions we are talking about pretty much within almost 2 weeks, a little bit before now. You're gonna see these divine energies there. But before you see these divine energies, tomorrow the moon it's gonna be meeting with Uranus at the afternoon, and that divine energies in there is going to be showing you get to that positions, get to that balance, but you're going to be seeing it from where? From Taurus. And this is going to be answering some of these issues about this material survival. All right, talking about time for love. Yes, that's going to be a 2 o'clock. The divine energies between Saturn and Venus is going to be on that. Venus is healing. So if you're working on the love that it's healing from within you, great. Okay, very powerful, great. But the Uranus is going to put pressures in there. Build yourself, but don't make that growth so you can use and abuse the material lives. And this is gonna trigger a lot of things since the ascendant is gonna be at Scorpio. And here we go. We are back into the train of Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus situation. Okay, we need to learn how to cooperate with all this. That is a material survival, is a ruling, dealing with the material possessions with others. What do you do with this? And how can you evolve in there? In the positive side, that it leads to evolving of the humanity. In the negative side, that is a taken without given. And talking about this gap within this. They're talking about the economy wise. If you're working in finances, because that's a Taurus energies in there, the difference between the lower and the ultra rich is increasing every year, and that creates devaluations, this pressures for survival in there, and doesn't lead to progressions in life. And right now this kind of like energy is coming in into you to see what is it part of you that you need to be looking this for. Since the sun is under authority, be mindful about this energies, because you may have intensity towards authority, but look at what you're authorizing in your life will determine the outcome from within yourself. All right, talking about the next hour, the ascendant is going to be opposing the intuition. You don't like what you're seeing as an intuition, especially when the intuition figure things out. Oh, you want to do things so you can make more money easy way without doing any work, but you're using things from other people. Is that sounds good to you? No. And careful with what you're doing as a logic in there, because the midheaven is at Virgo between Mercury and the true Lilith. It's gonna be putting pressure on the universe and Mars. You need to understand there is a differences between you put logic and there is a difference you using chain of events. Okay, chain of events, it's gonna be a little bit different from what you yourself, and that's what the divine is asking you. Go and follow the chain of events, otherwise you have that fight. Of course, those who's gonna take the advice from previous hour, they're gonna be okay. If you don't, the ascendant that is at Scorpio, you guys see it. All this negative talk, all these situations. Yeah, but if they don't resonate with me and they don't, I'm gonna force them. I'm looking at back into back in the days with all this Italian mafia that it was in the United States. If they don't pay me, then I'm gonna force them, and so on. That kind of like an old thinking. It comes from that dictatorships as the ruler. That's how it's developed from it. If the king do it, so we can do it too, right? And that's a Scorpio dealing with the material situations and all. But if you learn it from this, you got that energies in there. You're seeking at that transformation. You're looking at into that visions is in there that works with Mars, that works with the Sun, that works with Lilith. Guess what? You're turning to who? You're turning into Robin Hood. So here, the warrior have two choices, isn't there? What he is going to do is the same time be mindful about the archetypes you're picturing yourself within you. Inside of you is this warrior archetype. This could be a nomad warrior. This could be a old tribe leader warrior. This could be this ninja, for example, or this can be a samurai. This could be a fighting swordsman from Arabian world. Okay, there is this archetype inside of you of that warrior. Take a look at it, the quality of that warrior, and that's what Mars will be, because most of the energy is going to be focused right in here, as you see it. Okay. All right. Talking about this ascendant that's going to be at Sag, what are you going to be talk? What are you going to communicate? Of course, it's going to be trigger Mercury in there. It's going to trigger Mars. Exactly that archetype I was talking about you guys for it. And what is that you need to grow from this archetype in there? What did you learning from this archetype? And that's going to help you, because currently also the moon, it's right now beginning to square Venus. This is a part like the ruler doesn't love me, and the ruler says like, well, the people they don't love me. Why did the people they don't love me? I protected them. Yeah, but you taxed them too much. Well, yeah, that's true, and so on and so on. But they should love me. I'm their king. I'm their god. And the advisor, it's sad, which is sad, and it is like, hey, but you making their life miserable, they're not gonna be appreciate you, and I don't care, right? This kind of like a situations is gonna come with this, and Pluto is gonna be like, okay, hope you're gonna learn. And this is why these issues between intuition, authority, and transformations needs, it's gonna come in towards you. All right. Talking about the next hour at 6 p.m. Energies in there, that intensity between the moon and Venus is going to begin to boil up a little bit. Also, what happens is you don't like the wise man when tells you the truth. What's happening when you're telling the truth to the people in their dead bullseye? How they act. You tell, hey, you're immature. Hey, you are not doing the right thing. Hey, you're thinking so much about yourself. Hey, you're suppressing this growth. What are they going to do? Are they going to take your advice? They're going to take a look at this energy, or they're simply is going to be doing some things that they're far beyond anything in them that like they disconnect, right? So if you look at it, the ascendant is giving you two choices in there. The one choice is you to use Venus energies in there. Just talking about this blue line right in here. And Venus right now, it is squaring the moon, but she is okay with following her north node, following her visions at the end. And Venus is getting these divine energies from Saturn, while the moon has to go to the wise man to listen the divine energy of love giving. That is a when the love. Maybe you guys should looking at the Scorpion King movie. That woman that she was having the power of foresight, and that she was seeing it in there that this dictator is not gonna be doing this, and now the love it has been spoken to it. So you're seeking the wisdom in there. And you're going to be seeking that wisdom from within. And you're going to be through wisdom you connect to the love with in yourself. Saturn is very powerful. Saturn is very powerful. Looking at Saturn in your chart. Okay. All right. Talking about the next hour, which is going to be at 7 p.m. This is a when the divine is going to be remind you like don't destroy the future, dear Scorpio. In there because this Scorpio Leo situations is usually that is one of the most toxic patterns between in the charts that you've been seeing, and that is a position of Pluto. It creates all these energies, but that is also squaring uh, that energy of the moon. It's opposing the midheaven, but the divine energy of the destiny is calling you to change, and the energy is beginning to boil up. We're talking about Taurus and Gemini's energies, but that it is the boiling water. Okay, it takes time the water to boil because tomorrow this energy of boiling, that's how it's going to look. You see that energy here? See, the moon is going to be together with your hands, and this is what we are talking about. What are you going to do? Because that energy of the moon, it's going to be squaring Venus and it's going to be squaring Mercury. And that is when you find the things out, and you're going to find those negative energies of talks. But that is about tomorrow. You're going to be facing situations in there. But today, you are just learning that things are coming your way. You need to put things in order. All right, talking about 8 o'clock, the ascendant goes to a Capricorn, divine energies with Venus in there together with Saturn. The divine work has to be done. You hope you get in it. You get help. Don't say you don't. You're healing old patterns because the midheaven from Scorpio understand this wiseness in there that helps Venus from within, and the work that it needs to be done, it's understood. This is gonna be preset the stages for you for tomorrow. Okay, it's gonna have, you're gonna see tomorrow how the universe is gonna put stuff for you. All right, talking about 9 o'clock ascendant, it's passing through Pluto. It's gonna be at Aquarius, and here that Aquarius energy is like here what's happening, Moon. I mean, if the authority doesn't listen your advices, if the love is not there, if the communication is not proper, then the authority is wrong. Now, what are you going to do? Usually, that's squaring from Aquarius towards the moon and Taurus. That is at about it's time to rebel. It's time to create situation. While actually the underneath energy is in there. It is about the time to do revaluations to your authority. Cannot go this way. We need to make changes. We need to go above this. And that is going because the ascendant of Aquarius, it is trining Jupiter, the growth. The same time that ascendant is sextile, the North Node, and the North Node, it's working with Mars. So right now, those energies right there, it's creating those actions. They're gonna coming in. They're gonna coming in when? Tomorrow. Because right now, it doesn't matter how much negative energies you have towards the authority or Arthurian person who says, that's how it's going to be, that's what it's supposed to be, and that's what we're gonna do. But if that destroys this impact of progress, then the situations has to be addressed. And of course, you go into a Pisces in the next hour at 10 o'clock. That energy is going to put some this duality within. Are we growing or we're not? Are we doing or we're not? And right now, Jupiter is sextiling the sun. The authority of the sun is like, okay, I need to achieve something great in there. I need to go ahead and be following where is the destiny is leading me. I need to be more paying attention. So what is other people tells me? I need to stop to be a stubborn donkey and start changed. And that's how this wisdom, the famous wisdom of Leo, that energy, it comes in and it creates, yes, you can be a king, you can be Arthurian, but the care for the people creates the stable base, and a stable base keeps the top unshakable. If your base is unshakable, so is the top is unshakable. And that one of the wisdom of the greatest kings who made that progress within the kingdoms, within empires, within, even if you look at it in a tribal mode in there, they were successful. They were the legendary. But you can be a legend of destruction or the legend of creation. Okay? And this is what the history it is about. Learning from the past events. And we're talking about at 11 o'clock, midheaven, it goes to a Capricorn, divine work. And for a lot of you, this divine work is going to be really working on the authority. As you see it here, this energy piles up here, Taurus and Gemini's energy. And right here, we're talking about with the Leo's energies. It is about that personal divine work within you. And that comes in from the ascendant at Aries. It's your job to fix you. A lot of the people there want somebody else to come in and fix them. Until don't understand that by fixing you, you're repairing broken patterns. Then you fix those broken patterns. Then you fix the patterns within your DNA. And that DNA, it's fixed and repaired and ask you to repair more from within. And this is why you can see within yourself, that work that needs to be properly done, because you're putting together your intuition and your authority for another transfiguration, for better transformation, because you are following chain of events for growth. And hopefully that's what you do. Because if there is no growth, there is a destruction. Okay. So think about that and seeing it, what happenings within your 3D life. Because we're gonna be dealing with this tomorrow. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything. And if you guys have so many questions, anything specific, you guys want it, let me know. Write it in the comments, and we going to be discussing it. And that's all for now, guys. What I'm gonna do is leaving you in love and peace, and hopefully, you are changing and evolving yourself, guys. Thank you so much. Be loved, and I will see you later.